It's so awesome. It also acts like a pause feature for anyone that might want that. You can put filters over it. I just love it. I just love it. You can really, really, really work with an awesome, awesome photo mode in this game, and I'm just so I just appreciate it so much. I can't get over it. It's so cool. There's a guy up there. You can also use photo mode for stuff like this. This guy throws fire bombs at you. I'll get him later. Moral of the story is the Demon Souls remake is awesome. It is awesome, 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 amazing, incredible. I love it. Soul form halves my health. I don't. I'm gonna talk about this again later, but I think cosmetic stuff is really important in the Souls games. Fashion Souls is number one, you know, and Soul form kind of changes the way you look a little bit. Human form also has this slight visual effect to it, I think, where you're kind of like glowy with this golden stuff. I think I prefer the normal like human look when possible, but you don't really get that as an option because of the stone of ephemeral eyes and all that stuff. So it's okay. I think it looks really cool, the soul form and whatnot. But if I want to appreciate an armor set, I can't really get a grasp of how it looks entirely. You son of a bitch! Shot me in the ass with an arrow. I can't get a grasp of how the armor set might look, or if I want to get a better bearing on things, I have to go into human form so that it doesn't have this blue tint over it. Foot soldier enemy. I think this foot soldier enemy is the scariest of the foot soldier enemies. The ones with the spears and the shields, because those little shields can actually be really, really pesky if you hit them. I can two-handed attack with the rapier on a foot soldier shield, and my weapon will bounce off of it, and then he gives you a poke, and it sucks. This is also an enemy that a lot of people would consider to be very scary. Red Eye Knight. Of the Red Eye Knights, I believe that this one is the weakest, and the one we have to worry about the least, mainly because he's just huge backstab base. The spear is just, it just screams. The whole moveset is just like, backstab me, please. One of the reasons that he's scary is because of that charging sprint move that he just did. He has like infinite stamina. He can just go forever with that sprint move. I'm not very good at backstabs, so I keep messing it up. It feels like it's from an angle, but maybe it's just how his character is positioned. Dark Souls 1 gameplay. He wants to heal. Don't do it! There we go. He does a lot of damage. We didn't really see it here, but he does a lot of damage. And he can be really, really scary, especially if you're half health from soul form. This door will be relevant later. Much, 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 much later in my playthrough. I'm considering chomping on another crescent moongrass so that I'm not missing this little sliver of health. We're almost to the first shortcut of Boletarian Palace already, which is pretty cool. Hefty amount of souls. Bop. Blue on ice. Okay. You know, they're just trying their best. We got a little drop down spot here so that we can go get that enemy that was chucking the fire bombs earlier. Last time I did this, he actually fell. He fell down. He decided he didn't want to be up there anymore. Change of life. And he dropped down onto the lower platforms for some reason. I've never seen him do that. Wooden bolt and light crossbow. Which, I don't really know if I would say that's like a game-changing item, but you know, it's useful. It's useful. I'm gonna try to do everything that I know how to do. I'm gonna be aiming for a 100% playthrough, 100% completion, with no promises because I might miss items or forget something or whatever. So I'm aiming for 100% completion. Whether or not I get it, who knows. I feel like I can do it though. I know a lot about the game at this point, I feel. Not everything. Maybe a lot is too strong of a word. I know enough to get by. No! Fire enemy with explosive barrels, don't do it! No! That fire effect lingers whenever he blows those barrels up, and it's really scary. I'm gonna wait till this guy gets in here so that I don't miss my magic. Yeah! Magic move. And then those fire bombs are about to be super clutch that we picked up. These two chains have these bodies on them. And the first time I saw them, I didn't realize this at all. I didn't even see the bodies from below. I don't really think that the best job is done telling you that they're here, but you're supposed to attack them. I tried to use the vault feature to vault over it. The vault feature does not come back very much. The vault feature exists almost entirely for a few spots in the game where, well, I don't say a few. It comes back later in other areas, but it's not utilized very much. And I spent my whole first playthrough trying to vault stuff that looked even slightly vaultable. And right here, with a well-aimed firebomb. Moments before disaster. Smile, you guys. I didn't get the third guy. And then, one more. Here, yeah. Is anyone still alive? No. Yay! And then we get some really clutch stuff here. I'm also still in online mode because I forgot to go into offline mode. Kling ring. And our first set of armor, Age Spice, is pretty good, and the Jade Hair Ornament. And I'm gonna go into offline mode. Bazamskis! Offline mode activated. There's no real point in going into offline mode, I guess, because I'm not human, so I can't get invaded, and I'm not going to be putting my sign down, so the most that I'll be seeing of online mode are phantoms and messages and bloodstains. But I'm going to go into offline mode and probably stay in offline mode usually. I am looking forward to doing, at the very least, perhaps an understatement, but an extensive playthrough of Demon's Souls. And I don't just mean like playthrough as in a new game. I mean like playing a lot of Demon's Souls. I love the Souls games. I'm pretty passionate about them, I would say. And I'm absolutely willing to put a lot of time. I've already put a good amount of time into it. Or, I don't know, it's not like a massive amount. 45 hours isn't really a bajillion hours in a game, but it's been really fun. And it's been the game that I've been looking forward to playing the most. Every day I wake up or get home or whatever. Let me equip my pine resin because that'll come into play later as well. I only have one right now, but here we are, Dregling Merchant.
Good day to you. Care to look over my wares? Mostly stolen, but who's telling me?